Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these beautiful lace, quote unquote, platter and plate from the Dollar Tree. We're going to use a clear plate or a white charger. Of course, if you don't use a white charger, we can go over that. We're also going to use some of the Dollar Tree doilies. I had these ones from Christmas, but they do sell a pack that's got more in them that aren't pretty. And then we're going to use some spray glue and then, of course, spray paints of your choice. So now I was going for the black and white look because you know I love the black and white look, right? And I just felt that this was a little bit of my French country farmhouse feel with the flat paint, as well as with these fun chargers. So what I'm doing basically is I'm just taking window cleaner and I'm cleaning the glass plate really well, especially on the back. The glass plate is going to be reverse painted and the charger is just going to be straight on painted. Of course, you don't eat on chargers, so that's why we're straight on painting with that. And as far as the glass plate is concerned, I know a lot of people are concerned with reverse painting or reverse decoupage and eating on the plate. That's fine, you don't have to. My suggestion, if it really is a concern to you, is just to get a second plate that you keep clear that you can put on top of it, or you can just skip the reverse painting on the plate entirely and just put a clear plate on top of the charger. This way that the beauty of the charger comes through, and you know, I just love it. Anyway, what I've decided to do is to find two lace doilies that I like. Sometimes with lace doilies, the inside pieces of the paper are not punched out all the way. So if that's the case for you, make sure you check it out. I actually have these doilies from the Dollar Tree doubled up. These were from Christmas. They're already coated. If you use the plain white ones from the Dollar Tree, I suggest you use two. And they're normally usually stuck together. Just don't peel them apart to get to a single layer is all. And I just do that just for safety, just for have the paper just to be a little thicker. I do also have doilies from Wilton that I had gotten for a previous project, but I didn't like the lace on them as much. These doilies from the Dollar Tree have a more lacy feel than those ones. Those ones actually look more like doilies. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting them in half. Now, you determine the design that you want to have on your plates. I just wanted to go with this little bit of lace laying over one of the corners of the plates. And the way that I'm going to do it, and you'll see at the end, is the lace actually lines up. I didn't do that necessarily on purpose, but since I wanted the same look for both, it was just a happy accident that they both lined up when you sat on top of each other, which was really cool. But what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the lace portion of the large doily and I'm setting in the other smaller doily. So I made sure I had one that was sort of large and one that was sort of small, and I skipped over the medium size because I thought that the medium size would have a different arc to the lace. So just when you go ahead, if you're going to use the multi-pack that they have at the Dollar Tree, just keep in mind how you want it to look. So wherever you're putting, whatever you're leaving for masking will be white. And then whatever you're not will turn black, or whatever colors you choose, but you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that there's two, and with the polka dots it was easy. You can look through and see that there were two sets. And then I'm cutting them in half. Now I'm also being mindful of how I cut them in half. I'm folding, so the lace top has like bumps, so it's a hill and a valley and a hill and a valley. I made sure that the fold went across two valleys because that's just the look again that I was trying to achieve. I wanted that nice uniformity. So the lace inside, I cut the lace out. No, I cut the middle out of the first doily, and the second one really does fit in there really, really nicely, almost like they were made for each other. And when you look at the sample, you'd be hard pressed to know that it was actually not one wide piece of lace. Now, speaking of lace, you could do this with lace. They do sell fabric doilies at the Dollar Tree. I just like them better for, like these are disposables. You get to throw them out when you're done. If you do use the fabric, you have to make sure that you don't saturate them with paint because then it could bleed through to the plate. But as far as the paper doilies are concerned, you just throw them out when you're done. They're just that easy and simple. Okay? And now we're just going to repeat the same thing with the charger. We're basically going to have a set for the plate and a set for the charger, or a set for the charger and then a set for the plate. But if you're only going to do one, of course, be mindful of that. If you're going to do sets, which I said to Jimmy, I initially just bought one plate and one extra charger. I really wanted to make a set of these, and I wanted to test it out first. It's been a really, really long time since I did a project like this, and I've never done it with the Aleene's tacky glue, so that's why I wanted to make sure it worked before I went ahead and made 6 of them basically, or bought 6 of them to go ahead and use. So this is the Aleene's Tacky Spray Glue. I told you I find it second best to only the 3M so far that I've found. I really do love it. I'm giving a nice generous coat, and you want to put stick the lace down while the glue is still kind of wet. If you wait till it's dry, you have a chance that it won't stick well, and then you'll also might create like a dry mount situation where then you won't be able to peel it off. All right, and then you just want to rub it with the contour. That's why we like to use these paper doilies that are kind of thin. You just want to rub with the contour of the plate, all right? And then to do the same thing with the half white circle, just fill it in there. Do the same thing, rub it, and make sure that it's got good coverage. And then I just gave it one decent coat of paint. With the charger, you just want to make sure you get good coverage. With the glass plate for reverse painting on the glass plate, we want to make sure we give it 2 coats. But as long as you get good coverage on your first coat, it's fine. And that's how it looks just by itself. It's really pretty. It's so delicate. I just love it. It was so easy. This is 2 times spray painting only because literally you want to watch me watch paint dry kind of thing. But I'm repeating the same thing for the reverse plate. The only thing is that make sure, this is very important, we talked about this once before, make sure that 360 degrees around your plate is touching your surface on the bottom. If not, you want to mask off with some sort of masking tape or something. You don't want any of the spray paint to get onto the plate surface where you're going to potentially have food. If you do eat on these plates, then you want to go ahead and hand wash them. But that's what I was saying about there is no food surface coming in contact with painted surface. That's why I'm not concerned about it. But you want to hand wash them for sure. So with the reverse painting, like I said, we want to do 2 coats. I did 1 coat. I went ahead, I let it dry. It's a beautiful day out. It's like 70 degrees and sunny, and this dried in absolutely no time. This is that 97-cent black matte spray paint from not the Dollar Tree, I wish, from Walmart. So it really just took like minutes. Then you want to go ahead and give it a second coat just to get good coverage. I went around the edges to make sure that the edges got all sealed up. And as soon as I was done with the second coat, while the paint was still wet, you want to remove the lace. You want to remove the doily. So be mindful, because this one has been sitting for 2 coats, so it's had a little bit more time to dry. So I'm trying to peel it very carefully, and I ended up ripping the lace and having some get stuck on there. And then, Jimmy peeled it off. And then, don't do that. I told him don't do that. Don't scratch it up with your fingernail, because you have a chance of scratching off the paint. Because again, this is just 97 spray paint from Walmart. We haven't coated it with the good stuff yet. So you have a good chance that you could just scratch it off with your nails. But the good news is you have a good chance to scratch it off with your nails. So if you mess up, you could start over. I'm just saying. But make sure we took the weeding tool from the Cricut. Yay, Cricut. But use a tweezer or something, and just make sure you peel off the paper before you go ahead and coat it with the white. Now, what I said was you could use any combinations. This would be really, really pretty if you were more going for the farmhouse look. You could actually do this with a beige colored paint, an ivory colored paint with a white lace. Almost tone on tone would look so pretty. That would really, really give it a farmhouse look. But again, I have more of a French country farmhouse, and I have a lot of black and white in my house, and I really, really enjoy that combination. I was also inspired by a family member. She just really inspires me sometimes. I don't want to call her out on this video, but I definitely will be. You know who you are. Let's just say that. And the black and white lace did really make me feel like her a little bit. So I was just owed to her. Okay. And then I'm going to give it the coat of white spray paint as soon as the black was dry. And that's what really enhances the clear glass. That's what really enhances that lace plate. So that's it. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. Here's what they look like together. Like I said, happy accident that the lace lined up. But the other option I wanted to show you is I took just that black pedestal from the Dollar Tree and I stuck it between the two plates. These aren't glued. I just wanted to show you how it would look as like a cake stand. Now I want to show you that the platter has a second bonus. You know that I've used this flat black spray paint from Walmart as chalkboard paint many a times. Just like any chalkboard paint, you want to prime it with the side of a piece of chalk and then rub it off. This way that it doesn't make whatever you're writing on there permanent. And then you can use them as place settings. You could actually, if this was for a wedding or a fancy dinner party, you could just put whoever's name is on there. Then once the party is over, I could show you that they just wipe off. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. This is just a dry napkin, but you could wash them for sure. Just again, you don't want to scrub them, mild soap. And there you go. And that's it, everybody. I really loved doing this project. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it inspires you to make some of your own. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share with friends and family, anybody who might be interested in learning how to make either one of these or the techniques. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. When you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to visit us over at the vlog channel. The link is in the description box down below. As always, take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye!